Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Samuel Akem here, and I'm back with another one. Today, we are looking at North Dakota State versus South Dakota. It was a rout by the Bison. Cole Payton made a strong case to be a Walter Payton Award frontrunner. 14 of 18, 273 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had 11 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown. At the receiver position, Bryce Lance had 4 receptions, 98 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, their connection is great, and we'll show that in this breakdown. But Cole Payton is great in his own right. This team is great in their own right, and I don't see anybody stopping them currently, but we'll get into all of that. Please hit the like, please hit the subscribe button, please leave me a comment down below, and we will get straight into it. Okay, first things first, we got the kickoff from South Dakota. North Dakota State is going to start with the ball. And Cole Payton is going to start cooking very early on in this game. First, they start off with a handoff to Bryce Lance on the jet sweep right here. Lead blocker being Barika Pinu. And, I mean, Bryce Lance is just a playmaker. He's just a playmaker. That was his only carry, 1 carry for 12 yards. But you see how effective it was right there. You see how effective it was. They're pulling that center. No, that there's a guard. They're pulling their guard around. But it's a play to the outside. And it's just good maneuverability, good vision from Bryce Lance. Here you go right here. Hand off to Pinu. Looks like a stretch play to the right. And those linemen are getting out, getting pushed. Only about a gain of 4, but still a good first down run nonetheless. Here you go. 2nd and 6 coming up. And I believe this is, nope, not quite. But he's going to get out of the pocket. Good time in the pocket. He's just not able to find anybody downfield. The Coyotes are playing coverage, it looks like. And it looks like they're in some type of cover too. Flat corner, and then it looks like they got 2 high safeties. We definitely can see this high safety. There's another safety over here. They're playing cover 2, playing coverage. They're only rushing 4. Pinu's going to get out into the flats for the check down and get very close to the first down yardage, but Cole Payton's able to find him, and they move the sticks. Here you go. 3rd and 1 coming up, handing it off to Pinu, and he gets the first down. Easy inside run, good push. Watch the offensive line reset that line of scrimmage, pushing those guys back, and Pinu got the first down before he even got touched. Really good job. Here you go, 1st and 10. Quarterback read option with the lead blocker with the tight end arcing around, and he's getting downhill, getting the first down. Good run from Cole Payton. Good play design too. So here you see it right here. A lot of times they'll run split zone, like inside zone, where he's inside here. This tight end is bamming across to hit that in man on the line of scrimmage, and a lot of times it'll hit right backside, right in that window. Instead, fake like we're running inside zone, pull it out of the running back's belly. That tight end arcs around. He gets the backer who's trying to fill that outside lane, and it's an easy run. Good block on the outside from this tight end too. This tight end was in a hip. They're gonna arc release and get on that cornerback, and it's just good football, sound football, and it's blocked up well. Here you go, 1st and 10 coming up. Bryce Lance, is at the bottom of your screen, and watch this fade route, and then watch the slight little hezzy he puts on. I don't know if it was a designed hitch and go or if he's just trying to do that to create separation, but it works. Good little hezzy right there, and it looks like quarters coverage. It looks like he's locking this one up. It's one-on-one down here, but it is quarters coverage. 2 high safeties, and this corner looks like he's in a quarter as well. He's bailing out of there. But Bryce Lance, excuse me, I'm so sorry. He's going to get the separation down here. Really good ball from Cole Payton, and that's just beautiful football, man. Just absolutely beautiful football. Amazing placement on the ball from Cole Payton, and a good catch from Bryce Lance. Get the feet down. Really good job to get them down in the red zone. Here you go, 2nd and 7, inside the 10-yard line. Pinu's going to get the ball, and he's very near the end zone and in the end zone for the touchdown. Really good job right there. They got the I formation. They're going to insert that, looks like a split zone here. It looks like a split zone run play. You see that tight end coming across, but this time he's got the fullback lead blocking for him, and he's just going to run right behind him. That fullback gets a really good block right there, and Pinu basically follows him into the end zone. Phenomenal job. They get the PAT, and South Dakota's going to get the ball. Notice their first drive, almost 5 minutes off the clock. That is how North Dakota State beats you. They run the ball. They can run the ball at will, and they do that. LJ Phillips going to get the toss here to start the drive for South Dakota, and just really good job from the North Dakota State defensive line getting through and just absolutely blowing that play up. Nothing there for South Dakota on first down. 2nd and 14 coming up. LJ Phillips is going to get the handoff to the outside. Split zone of their own on this side of the ball. And he's getting to the outside. They're able to hook all of these They're able to hook all the defenders except for maybe this one right here. LJ Phillips gets it to the outside though. Sticks his foot in the ground, cuts it up, but just good rally from the North Dakota State defense. A lot of guys chasing the ball, taking good angles, and they're able to minimize the gain to maybe 5. 3rd and 11, 4, I guess, maybe 3. 3rd and 11 coming up. Aiden Bauman's going to drop back, and he's looking for his tight end, and he's got his tight end, but his tight end is not at the first down, so they're just running a little spot. Maybe you call it an OTB, but just a spot at about 5 yards. Bauman finds him. Good rally from the North Dakota State defense to come and make the play. Really good job. They punt it away. North Dakota State fair catches it inside their 10. They start on the 10, and here they go. Another run with, I believe that's Pinu still, and he's getting 5 on first down. May not seem drastic all the time, but if you can consistently get 5, which North Dakota State is consistently able to get minimum of 5 on their runs, that's where you really start to gash teams. And when you are always putting up points and you're always getting stops on defense, that's just when the avalanche starts, and it's so hard to catch up on a team like this. Here we go. They're in an empty set. Bryce Lance is running an under, and it looks like he's running an under and then seeping into that deep part of the coverage. But South Dakota looks like they're in a quarters. They got a lot of guys over the top. He looks like he's quarters. He looks quarters, and maybe it looks like he's dipping into a quarter. But we can't see the whole coverage, so I don't want to guess. Either way, they're in empty. And Cole Payton doesn't like his options downfield. He's eventually going to scramble, and he gets it downfield all the way to, who is that? I believe, man, I don't know who this is. 18, Jackson Williams. That is 18. So he gets it to Jackson Williams. That was his one reception for 35 yards, but really good for his receivers to stay alive. I think Jackson Williams is the one to the outside all the way at the top of your screen. Can't necessarily see his route. Looks like he put the brakes on eventually, and I think that's him. He's eventually going to scramble back upfield. Cole Payton finds him, and just really good scramble move, scramble drill, and a great ball once again from Cole Payton. I mean, on the move, rolling to his left. He is a lefty, but to put perfect accuracy down the sidelines for his receiver, phenomenal job right there. Here we go. 1st and 10. They're now at the 50-yard line. He's getting out of the pocket on the naked boot. And he's finding the tight end on the ghost flat. Really good job. And it's not a huge completion, like not a huge gain, I mean. But easy 3 on first down. Next play, they hand it off to their backup running back, DJ Scott, who had 18 carries and 86 yards in this game. Nothing doing right there, though. 3rd and 7 coming up. Drop back for Cole Payton. He's looking for a receiver downfield, not able to find it. And he's going to run for the first down. And that is just what Cole Payton is so good at. His arm looks really, really good. I didn't know what he would compared to what they had in Cam Miller last year. But he's making really, really good throws. And his legs are really effective as well. So drop back, good protection from his offensive line. Once the pocket starts to close down, nobody downfield. Looks like they're in a cover 3 here. He looks like he's in a third, one high safety, and then he's in a zone turn, bailing in a third. They do bring a little bit of pressure, but they also drop that end out. And he's playing a middle hook. Either way, nobody's downfield, and Cole Payton's going to use his legs. It looks like this guy was supposed to be a spy, but I like your odds with Cole Payton versus any linebacker, and Cole Payton wins that matchup every day of the week. 3rd and 7 conversion. Here you go. 1st and 10 coming up. Hand off to Pinu on the inside. He's going to bounce it out, and it's just well done by South Dakota defense. They're trying to get this inside zone play going. Split zone, it looks like. They're trying to bam this guy back across. And there's just a lot of trash over here for Barika Pinu's liking. And maybe it's a counter, actually. Maybe he's actually supposed to get back to the backside, and that's the point of these two tight ends. Either way, the play is not there, and it's stymied by the South Dakota defense. Here you go. 2nd and 10. Drop back pass for Cole Payton, and he's finding his tight end on the stick route. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So this is a basic double out concept. Inside, your number 3 receiver or your tight end who's in a hip right here is running a quick out, but he can't separate. This tight end, I think that's Rajah Nelson, that Rajah Nelson, he's running the other out. He can separate. So what do I mean by separate? Like, he can keep running, like run away. This one has to hook up because he's got that other out on the outside of him. But it ends up working out with the zone that South Dakota's running, and it looks like they're running an invert cover 2. So they're all trying to shift into their zones. He's shifting to a half field. They got a half field safety down here. This guy's going to play a half as well, unless they got another receiver down here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, so this is your bottom receiver, and this guy's going to play a half. He's playing a half down here. He's getting a flat. He's getting into a half field look, and then this half field safety up here. So it's an inverted cover 2. He's trying to get into that curl flat hook window over here, hook flat. And that is what Rajah Nelson helps control with these two guys. And then you get the tight end right on the quick stick. Easy. Down inside the 15-yard line. Really good job. Handing it off inside zone to, DJ Scott. And nothing crazy, just a gain of about 3 to 4 yards on first down. 2nd and 6 coming up. Cole Payton dropping back. And he's looking for his receiver, Bryce Lance, and he's not able to find him. Really good play from number 12. Can't see the coverage, but you see he brought him in motion, and he must have been running some out and up or something to get him to the back of the end zone. I suspect it's probably an out and up. Either way, decent ball from Payton, just better coverage from South Dakota. Really good job. 3rd and 6 coming up. Drop back for Cole Payton. He is going to end up using his legs and just really good agility right here when he decided to run. Because they got bodies right here who can bring him down. And his lineman keeps blocking downfield, never give up on the play. He just keeps blocking downfield. And then Cole Payton being able to use his legs to get the first down. Really, really good job. Next play, they're going to go design quarterback run with a lead blocker being the running back. And he gets very close, not in. And then they do the quarterback sneak. And at first, it looks like he was stopped. Like he's laying down on those bodies. But he keeps pushing and eventually reaches the ball over the pylon. And it's a touchdown. They missed the PAT, making it a 13-0 ball game. Next up, we got South Dakota. They're handing it off to their running back, and it's a minimal gain of 2 yards on 1st and 10. Now you got a 2nd and 8 coming up. Drop back for Bauman, and he's looking for his receiver on an in route. That receiver being Jack Martins. He was an integral player in the playoffs, as well as that victory against North Dakota State to win a share of the Missouri Valley Football Conference title. But here you go right here. He's running that in route, and it looks like kind of like a bang route, but it's a timing route. North Dakota State has the ability to play man, so they're playing press man up here, and Jack Martins just isn't able to create the separation. The timing's off, and that's a lot of times why you do run man. It'll throw off the timing, especially if you can do it at a high level, and North Dakota State did it at a high level right there. Here goes the punt. They get it into their guys' hands. It's their punt returner, Jackson Williams, number 18, the receiver. And it's a decent return down to the 45-yard line. It's in enemy territory, 46-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up. They're handing it off to Pinu. And it's not a big run, only about 3 to 4 yards on first down, 3 yards. 2nd and 7 coming up. Cole Payton dropping back. They're running the screen to Pinu. Off of, was that a play action? No play action, just the drop back pass. All the receivers are running downfield, and they eventually get into Pinu's hands, but really good tackle from number 0 right here. Look at him diagnose the screen. He sees it, drives on it, evades the block, and makes the tackle. Great job right there. 3rd and 6 coming up. They hand it off to their running back, number 6. A lot of dudes ran the ball yesterday, and I don't see number 6 on here. That is what happens when ESPN gets a hold of these things. Either way, they hand it off to number 6, and he's down short of the line to gain. Either way, they change over after the end of the first quarter, and they're switching. They Riverside it. Now it's 4th and 3. North Dakota State's going to go for it, and Cole Payton's going to keep it. And why wouldn't you? I mean, I would be keyed into that if I was the South Dakota defense. But once again, it's that same play that they ran earlier. A little bit different formation. They got 2 receivers out here this time. Remember last time they had that tight end and a hip right here, and it looked like they were in 12 personnel. Now they're going 11 personnel. But this is what good offensive coordinators will do. This is what good offenses do. We are going to run the exact same play and just show it in a little bit different of a look and still be the same success. Still have the same success. So here you go. They're making it look like they're trying to run a split zone run play. Maybe that tight end's going to bam on the backside of it. Whole time, quarterback's going to pull it. That tight end's faking the bam to fake out that defender also, and arcing to be a lead blocker. Really good job. High level of execution, and Cole Payton can do it to perfection after also watching Cam Miller do it at such a high level as well. 1st and 10 coming up. And he's looking for Bryce Lance, but Bryce Lance gets ridden out of bounds. Looks like they're running a cloud coverage. There's not really a lot in the flats to make this corner stay, so he carries Bryce Lance deep and eventually just pushes him out of bounds. But man, Cole Payton delivers a seed to Rajah Nelson over the middle. So I don't know exactly what this route is. I'm gonna guess it's probably some sort of bender, or just like, yeah, some sort of bender or deep over. Either way, he's getting to that middle part of the field. Like I said, I think this is a cloud coverage. I got a safety off the hash and a corner that looks like he's playing hard flat and carrying the vertical deep. Either way, he's going to fit it in that tight window to Rajah Nelson, layer the ball over those underneath defenders, and it's just a great completion, man. Really good job. I mean, Cole Payton, some dots already. We've seen multiple beautiful passes from Cole Payton throughout this cut up. Handing it off to Pino on the inside, who's going to bull his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Easy peasy lemon squeezy once again for the North Dakota State offense. They take a 20-0 lead. South Dakota's back on the ball, and they hand it off to LJ Phillips. And it's just good defensive line play from North Dakota State. Good off the ball. We don't got the very beginning of the play, but they get off the ball in a hurry, and they just disrupting things. You see this double team right here isn't enough for the defensive tackle of North Dakota State. And just, my goodness, man, like, he was determined, and this is the effort and will that has made North Dakota State so good for so long, and this is why their defense is so good this year. Just that level of playmaking ability, that level of that level of effort, it's just uncommon in a lot of college football, not just at the FCS level, but all levels of football. And the teams that can play with that type of effort, all the time are the teams that you see end up being multiple time national champions and as dominant as North Dakota State is at this current moment. Hand off to the inside to LJ Phillips, and he's getting downhill, taking a couple of hits, but making a big play, big explosive for that South Dakota offense. Here you go. Once again, another handoff to LJ Phillips. He's being patient behind the line of scrimmage, letting that split zone play work itself out, and good blocks from his offensive line, and he ends up making it into maybe a 5-yard gain on first down. 4 yards. 2nd and 6 coming up. Drop back pass for Bauman. He's looking for Jack Martins, and he's just off. And there's going to be a couple of throws like that on here where, you know, he's got an open man and he's just off. That is a conversion. That is an open receiver. It's only 2nd down, but just not able to complete it. That's another facet of the ability to be able to play man coverage. The throwing windows are tighter. You got to be more accurate. And you know, maybe it was the tight coverage from the defensive back that kind of made him be off with that throw. We don't know. Here you go. Once again, another one high from South Dakota. And this is the next play I was talking about. They're running a drive concept. So the tight end's going to run an in at about 10 to 12 yards. And then you got the outside receiver running an under. And he's open for the first down conversion, but Bauman just misses him. And this isn't that. I mean, it's good man coverage. He looks like he's going to converge on it and make an attempt to knock that out. Also, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get the first down with that throw, but we will never know because the ball was over the receiver's head. Incomplete on 3rd and 6. They punt it away. North Dakota State is going to field it, and they're going to be down once again inside their 5-yard line. So, I mean, good special teams from South Dakota, but the special teams have to be complemented with good defense, which unfortunately South Dakota's special teams was not met with. Deep pass for Cole Payton finding Bryce Lance down the field. So Bryce Lance at the top of your screen right here cannot see the coverage from South Dakota, but he's definitely going on a post or some type of over. And the coverage just is not there. Bryce Lance is wide open down the field, and that is one player you did not want to forget about. That is one player you definitely don't want to forget about. Here you go. 1st and 10 coming up, 20-0 North Dakota State. They're handing it off to DJ Scott, and he's getting about, let's see where he ends up at, 4 to 5 yards on first down. Good first down run. 2nd and 6 coming up, handing it off to DJ Scott once again, who's getting another 4 on 2nd down, bringing up a 3rd and 1, another 5 on 2nd down. And I mean, just look at this push by this offensive line and this tight end. 2 tight ends over here, so 13 personnel. They got a tight end over here, 2 tight ends over here, 1 receiver close to the formation. They're running the ball. This is a heavy set, and just look how this movement. They only got 1 D-tack right here, and then you got your nose over here. You got that backer your strong side backer over here and just push. They get up to the second level. That tight end ends up getting on that strong side backer. And DJ Scott finishing the runoff with authority. My goodness. Really good play right there. Phenomenal play right there. And that, it just reiterates the points that I've been making. Handoff to DJ Scott once again on first down. And it's a gain of 5 on first down. Just keep chugging. They hand it off to Pinu, who ends up bouncing it out. They're trying to get it to the inside, but nothing's there. DJ Scott bounces it out, and it is a good tackle from the South Dakota defense. Really good job, especially a play after getting ran over by a couple of plays later after getting ran over. You got to get your get back. Not the same type of intensity, but a good stop nonetheless. Short of the line to gain. 3rd and 3 coming up for North Dakota State. And handing off to Pinu, who's getting it all the way to the outside and turning it into a big explosive run to get them into the red zone. Really, really good job. Blocked up really well. Inside zone run. Nothing there. He bounces it out. Good block from the receiver on the outside. Once again, he gets the pancake. Really good job. Love to see a good pancake. He did get tripped up by some guys, but good run. Really good run. Really good run. Here you go. Handing it off to DJ Scott, who's back in the game. Pulling that guard around, pulling that center around, and not a lot there. Only a gain of about 3 yards, but I mean, continued effort from the guys out here. This tight end is just not giving up on the play. 2nd and 8 coming up for North Dakota State. Drop back for Cole Payton. Nothing there. He's going to end up using his legs, and he's able to beat those guys to the outside. He tries to hurdle, but he's close to the first down. Probably a yard short. 3rd and 1 coming up. Handing off to DJ Scott, who gets the first down. I mean, just keep chugging. They can run the ball, and when you can run the ball, you can be super effective. Really beautiful pass right here to Bryce Lance. Just nothing crazy on the release. Just a little hezzy into it, and just give me the ball now. Give him your eyes right after you get even with him. It's a red zone throw. Cole Payton doesn't even take a step. He just kind of shifts his feet, and beautiful pass over the head of the defensive back for the touchdown. Really good connection with Bryce Lance. Really good connection with Bryce Lance. PAT's good. 27-0 lead for North Dakota State. Hand it off to LJ Phillips, and just nothing there. Watch this linebacker shoot the gap right here. Both of the linebackers really good to force it inside. Don't let them win on that block. They're trying to kick you out. Don't let them kick you out. Hold your spot. But then number 44 to just shoot the gap in here and diagnose this play immediately and go make the play. Upset, disrupt things, and then the rest of the guys are able to get there. But he disrupted it, made him stop his feet, and then everybody else was able to get there because they're hustling. They're giving effort at all times. 2nd and 12 coming up. Drop back pass for Aiden Bauman. He's looking for his tight end across the middle, and he finds him. Looks like they're running a spacing concept. OTB, wide spacing, flat from the running back, and it's a zone beater, and he beats the zone. 3rd and 8 coming up for South Dakota. Man, look at this rush from is this number 93? Look at this rush right here. Just pushing this tackle back into the lap, and then also the stunt to the front side, and he gets hit in the face right as he lets the ball go. But it's an accurate pass near first down yardage to his tight end, Jesse Miller. Really good job right there. On the conversion. Actually, 83 might be a receiver. Jesse Miller might be a receiver. Either way, he gets it to his receiver / tight end for the near first down conversion, but he's short of the line again. They end up punting it away. Cannot let NDSU be in your own side of the field when they start their drive. They get them down at around the 15-yard line. Cole Payton looking for guys, trying to find somebody. It's a design quarterback run this time. Fakes like he's throwing the swing and is looking for something, but it's played really well from South Dakota initially, and they're only going to allow him to get maybe a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Drop back for Cole Payton. He's looking for a receiver. He's finding a receiver. It's Bryce Lance down the sidelines on the fade route. So looks like they're running. Honestly, looks like man. 3 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's a high safety over here somewhere. Yeah, so you see they're trying to shift. I don't know if it's a cloud, but you see the safety immediately getting out of there. So that tells me he's maybe a half-field responsibility. Maybe this is a flat corner down here. He's just riding Bryce Lance down the field because he has no nothing underneath controlling him, or it very well, I don't know, it resembles man too. Kind of looks manish, but also this guy's wide open underneath as well. I mean, there's a lot that North Dakota State has in their favor. Two linebackers covering the same running back, which tells me there was a bust in the responsibility, and maybe there was just a bust across the field because I don't know. I can't really tell what the coverage is, but we also don't have all 22, so I shouldn't guesstimate anyway. Anyway, he wins in one-on-one and is down the sidelines for the reception. Beautiful ball from Cole Payton as well. Just an easy, give me the ball now. He wins at the line of scrimmage and just floated over the head just perfectly to your receiver. Really good job. 1st and 10 coming up. Drop back pass for Cole Payton. He is trying to find a man downfield that looks like they're trying to set up a screen, maybe. They are trying to set up a screen. Linemen aren't necessarily able to get out. Pinu's not visible to Payton. Payton maybe could have got it to him if he would have waited until right here. But he's not able to, and it's an incomplete pass. He's just going to dirt it. 2nd and 17 coming up. I think maybe they gave him intentional grounding here. I think they did. I think I remember this because I think this is when I had the game on, and they gave him intentional grounding right there. 2nd and 17 coming up, and he's dropping back, trying to find a receiver. Pocket's closing down on him, and he takes a hit. Had he not taken the hit, he might have thrown a big-time touchdown to Rajah Nelson. Here's Rajah Nelson. Looks like they're in some type of coverage. Looks like 2-man maybe with a robber in the middle. They're only rushing 3 here, so they're playing a lot of coverage. But this looks mannish. This looks mannish. And this looks mannish as well. But Rajah Nelson's going to fake like he's running the over. And this is kind of something a lot of teams will do to kind of beat, like, say if somebody's like matching things, which it looks like South Dakota is matching things. So it's like they're in zones, but they're matching, or like pattern matching. And when he goes inside, he kind of gets his eyes off of him and gets to the quarterback and passes that off to his one high mid zone player, which is probably a safety or a nickel. And then Rajah Nelson turns up the field. Both of them don't have good leverage on it, and it's almost a big time touchdown. Had Payton not taken the hit here, really good rush from South Dakota to bring him down on the ground and disrupt that throw. Could have been a big play. 3rd and 17 coming up for North Dakota State. This is right before the half, and this play is just absolutely inexcusable, man. Absolutely inexcusable. South Dakota's going to play coverage as they should. They're only rushing 3. They've only rushed 3 for a lot of this game, but they're only going to rush 3, and they're playing coverage. Cole Payton's not going to be able to find anybody downfield. He decides that very, very quick and makes a decision that I'm not going to be able to hit anybody. I'm going to try to make a play with my legs. I like the quickness that he made that decision. I think honestly, it's him that the reason he got this first down. Inexcusable tackling right here. You got to wrap up, especially against a bigger quarterback like Payton. Another lack of wrapping up by the end or linebacker right here, and he's just using speed to get it around the outside. Really good play to get to the first down. Really good play from Cole Payton. Here you go, 1st and 10 coming up. Cole Payton handing it off to Pinu, who's bouncing it to the outside and getting a first down easily. Drop back pass for Cole Payton. He's trying to find a receiver, and he's looking for his receiver on the under, but he's not going to find them because the ball gets batted down by the lineman. Trying to see what they're running. Looks like they're getting into another converted cover 2 once again. He's getting out to the flats. It looks like he's trying to play a half, play over the top. And you see this safety immediately getting out of there to play a half as well. So once again, the middle of the field might have been open. Probably had Rajah Nelson right here if he would have given it some time. But he didn't, unfortunately. And it was batted down. 2nd and 10 coming up. Trying to find a receiver. Nobody's getting open. He eventually gets it back to Pinu, who takes a huge hit. My goodness. But you see Bryce Lance running down the field, trying to get an opening for his quarterback, and that leads the corner right back to Pinu on the check down, who takes a big hit, but bounces right up. Credit to him. Drop back pass on 3rd and 7 for North Dakota State. Cole Payton's trying to find somebody downfield, and he finds his tight end for the touchdown. Man, really good job. Is 81 a tight end actually? And they don't even have 80. Oh no, that's rushing. Reese Kessel, really, really good job on this touchdown right here. It might not be a tight end. I think it's a receiver actually, but they're going to run switch release verts, and he's just getting down the middle of the field. Once again, I think this is trying to exploit that inverted cover 2 that they're trying to run. The middle of the field is open. Obviously, the linebacker is going to carry with him, but if you can win against that linebacker, the middle of the field is open. So that's exactly what they're exploiting here. They're actually going to bring pressure off the edge from way out. with their nickelback right here. But once again, that inverted cover 2, the middle of the field is open. And maybe that's something that the coaches saw from the previous play, because if you remember a couple of plays earlier, I just said Rajah Nelson was open and Cole Payton wasn't able to get the ball to him. Well, a couple of plays later, it might have been the exact next play later. No, a couple of plays later. Either way, a couple of plays later, they find the receiver or tight end down the middle of the field for the touchdown. Really beautiful ball once again from Cole Payton. There is not a lot of separation in this route. There's a finite amount of space that he has to fit this ball in there, and he basically throws it to the back of that linebacker's head. The linebacker doesn't know how to make a play. All he knows is what the tight end receiver is showing him, and when he shows his hands, and he's not able to make a play in that time. Really good late hands from the receiver tight end, and a good touchdown pass from Cole Payton. Really good job. Here you go, 1st and 10. We got about 4 minutes left in this cut up, but they're finding the receiver on the under, and he's going to make guys miss. This is a really good play right here. One guy miss. Get to the outside. Make another guy miss. Really good play. Got to hold on to the ball. Don't want to swing the ball over like that, but good play right there. 34-0, 1st and 10 coming up for South Dakota. They get it to LJ Phillips on the check down, and he's getting near 1st down yardage. Really good job. Looks like North Dakota State was playing coverage there. Here we go right here. It looks like they're shifting into a cover 3. North Dakota State is rushing 4. No, they're rushing 5. They're bringing a blitz with one of their backers. Rushing 5, and he gets free, and he gets in the face of Aiden Bauman, and it's an incomplete pass near the 1st down yardage. 2nd and 10 coming up for South Dakota right before half, and they find the receiver. Where is that receiver? Gosh, is it Bryant? Tenno Bryant, number 9, but I thought that was number 8. I think that's Bryant. Says number 9. Looked like number 8. Either way, they find the receiver along the sidelines. Here you go, 3rd and 1 coming up for South Dakota. Trying to hit the fade once again to, I think, Bryant, who I said it looks like number 8. I know that's an 8. It says number 9 on ESPN. I'm telling you, ESPN is a shoddy product at best sometimes. Their app is shoddy at best. Here you go, handing it off to Phillips on the inside, and there's nothing there. Number 58 once again there to make the play. Was that 58? I don't know if it's 58. 58 was on the front side, so I think 58 is right here. And he's making the play, just not allowing that defense not allowing that lineman to push him back. They're trying to run the mid-zone play, and it's just nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. Really good play right there. Here you go, 2nd and 9 coming up. Handing it off to LJ Phillips on the inside, and he's getting downhill and getting near 1st down yardage. Not terrible in the run game, but not effective enough at this point that you're down 34-3. Good tackle right there from that safety coming downhill to stymie any extra yardage being had, but they did get the 1st down. Good inside run by LJ Phillips, but good gang tackle from North Dakota State defense. Dropping back for Aiden Bauman, looking for his tight end on the under, and it is intercepted, man. You gotta be weary of that. He must not have seen this backer just standing here waiting on anything to come across. The backer lays the hit on the tight end, and the ball is tipped up perfectly for the interception. Nathaniel Stalling with the interception. Stalling, and he's going to run it all the way back for the pick 6. Really, really good job. Really good job. Here you go. South Dakota State's got the ball back, and they're going to get back to their running ways, hand it off to LJ Phillips, who's getting downhill, and just phenomenal rally. Nothing there in the run game. North Dakota State has done a phenomenal job in the run game. South Dakota only rushed for 88 yards yesterday. I think North Dakota State's been holding teams to an average of like 79 rushing yards is what I saw, I think, before this weekend. So just phenomenal job stopping the run, and they did the exact same thing in this game against South Dakota. Here you go, 2nd and 11. Dropping back for Bauman. He's looking for a receiver down the sidelines, and sticky coverage from North Dakota State. They're able to play man. This is cover 4, quarter. He's manning up the single side receiver, and it's just sticky coverage. Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Really good job. Dropping back for Aiden Bauman. Looking for a receiver down the field. Sticky pocket, and just once again sticky coverage from the North Dakota State defense. It looks like they got too high out here. Quarters, and he's going to be playing man on that receiver. He's basically on an island, but it looks like they're also carrying down the field as well. Maybe it's a 2-man. So man here. they're tight down here, so they can't necessarily play press man, but he's man there and they're man there, and then he's spying the running back. He's man with the running back. Yep, 2-man right here on 3rd and 11, which is something you see often on 3rd and long. And it's just sticky coverage from North Dakota State. Really, really good job. Here you go, 2nd and 5 coming up. Handing it off, then pitching it. Well, actually, first it was a handoff, then it was a toss, then it was a toss. Nobody downfield. He gets it back to Pinu. He's got blockers out in front, and he's able to use his vision to find the holes, and it turns into a big explosive play inside the 30 of South Dakota. Really good job. I formation, outside stretch play to BJ Scott. Is it DJ Scott? DJ Scott, and he gets the first down on the run play. Another run play to DJ Scott, getting downhill, lowering his shoulders, and getting about 5 or 6 on that first down run. Another I formation, split zone with a lead blocker from the fullback, and he ends up tripping up his own guy right there. Tough play right there. Probably the only loss North Dakota State had in that whole game. 41-3, 3rd and 6 coming up for North Dakota State. Cole Payton's looking for his receiver on the outside, Nelson, and he's trying to make a move before he had the ball in his hands. Incomplete pass on 3rd and 6. They kick the field goal. Ends up being a 44-3 game. And I'm not even going to play any more of this. I think there was one more good throw from Cole Payton that I wanted to look at. But I think it's obviously just that run. Yeah, so that's really going to be it. South Dakota loses to North Dakota State. North Dakota State looks like a wagon. They look really, really good. 51-13 victory against South Dakota. You guys let me know what you think about this game and about this North Dakota State team. Also, what do you think about this South Dakota team? Leave me a like, comment on the video, and more than anything, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. I'll catch you guys later.